You leaving Tyrone out?
He'll be in. He getting off work too. We getting off fake work too. But what up, y'all?
What's
another
up,
week, another week. You know what I'm saying? I got another video. This one it's a little crazy though, but she be tripping. But I'm gonna play it and we're gonna see what we talking about.
Is more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle, and it comes at an angle that doesn't always work for people.
Let's just stop and go back, because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
First of all, Toure. First of all, Toure.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me?
First of all,
we're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to host up.
Voice when you're talking to me. Lower your fucking voice when you're talking to me, because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Toure, you talk to your wife like that. You don't talk to me like that. I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife, gentle. I'm not your wife, softy. Don't talk to me like that. You talk to your wife like that, not me. Toure, talk to your wife like that. Do not talk to me like that. That is not how you professionally approach me. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that.
Hold
talk
on,
to your
Doc.
wife like that.
Doc, hold on.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do. You better tap into your gentleness and real quick.
We ready?
I've been ready. Been ready.
Wrap this up?
Yes, as I was doing.
And then we'll speak off camera. Here we go.
All righty.
That was deep.
It definitely was deep.
That went deep.
That was deep. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say, when I first seen the video, I felt like he was tripping at first. I'm like, dude was tripping. But then I had to watch it again and listen to what she was saying while he was talking. I'm like, she was dead wrong. She's calling that man a soft. He in the middle of doing his thing, and she just called him soft, straight disrespect. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna say this: there are women and there are bitches. She is a bitch. She a bitch the way she be talking. I'm like, dude.
What's funny to me is because I've never heard her talk to nobody else like that.
You're right. Now you think about it.
So I think that she took advantage of his gentleness.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So do you think that she maybe felt like he was feminine presenting so she could get that off on him?
Yeah.
Because she didn't talk. I've never heard her speak like that. I've never heard her curse a man out on a live or on a podcast ever.
And I almost feel like, because I ain't watched the whole video interview, I almost feel like either he might have triggered her, might have said something. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he said something to make her feel that way. Because all I think was that, and I'm just basing it off of what I think. That little clip. And I'm like, maybe he asked her a question to the where she got offended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she just went off like that. But
she sure did.
She be tripping, bro.
That was tripping right there. That wasn't even. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. She didn't even make herself look good. That was just a horrible look.
There you go. Wait, Tyrone, did you see the Cheyenne Bryant go off on Toure?
You said who?
Cheyenne Bryant, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
We could take that out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Hell no.
It was a video where, you know, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant basically just kind of went off on Toure, and she disrespected the man. But that's why I was waiting on your slow self. But
Man, whatever. We need to go back to Mondays.
Bruh, I can't do Monday. But Courtney, what's your take on it, bro?
Me personally, mine. So she was dead wrong to the third degree. She was definitely triggered for sure. Cause once all that name calling and all that shit starting to get thrown around, especially a man masculinity, his sexual identity and shit get thrown around. That's when he pressed that button.
I'm curious of what the fuck he did. No, for real.
He and then she also getting exposed to that doctor in front of her name, so all that built up shit probably came out all at once, and she let the guy have it. But I like how he took it though. He took it well professional. You feel me?
He still was calm, even when she
started with the name calling. Like he got it when she got hit with the name calling.
But he never called her out her name.
But she called him out his.
He did, but he held his. That's what I'm saying. He kept himself together because he still never called her out her name.
Because he loved his career. He loved his career, and she falsifying her career. So it showed doing that little altercation.
It did show. Yeah, it showed who actually. Yeah, it did show.
Hey, you got the clip of it?
It showed who actually the professional. You feel?
But what I'm surprised they just didn't cut her mic.
Exactly.
I don't know if he was in
somewhere
control
down
of
the
it.
line, somebody should have cut her mic.
Because they want this exposure. They want this exposure for us.
That's what
they let her expose herself. That's what you mean?
Huh?
They letting her expose herself.
They want this topic to expose. They want us to keep going back and watching it for views and shit. It's good for exposure.
But those,
I wouldn't have known who they was.
Those kind of views ain't always good though. Like it's kind of negative.
That's her business.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's bad for her business. That's why she was on another.
Have no business, bro.
I mean,
she don't have no doctor neither.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? All
I
that
think what she just did was she gonna keep herself in the low vibrational podcast.
Yeah.
And nobody professional gonna ever have her on again. Because his level of podcast is a whole different level from the one she's been doing. And I think now she just kept herself. She kept herself down in the lower vibrational or lower ones, like the ones that's just for funny clickbait. That's what she gonna stay in that little realm.
Yeah.
To me, like I don't see a big platform inviting her again after that.
Thanks.
Hey Juan, you gotta send me that clip.
Okay.
You ain't got? Can you play it now? While we on here?
I gotta go back to it. I was trying to go, but that's why I'm gonna send it to you now.
That shit is distasteful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but she wouldn't talk to no other kind of man like that.
No, she wouldn't have. But like you said, it because the way he talked.
And I ain't even against her if she felt disrespected or she felt like he was belittling her, whatever she felt. She had a right to voice that. It's just a way to do it. I'm not against her speaking up for herself or feeling a certain type of way. That's personal, but she should have just not went all out like that. That was just too far.
I mean, but it showed that she couldn't really emotionally regulate for real because she could have chose a different kind of language, but in that moment, that's what she went to.
Right. It ain't no cover from her. She was dead wrong. She used every language. She used the timing to do that wrong. Yeah. The delivery was wrong.
Yeah.
Her wordplay was wrong. Everything about her was wrong during that moment. Her makeup was wrong.
Yeah.
All that shit was wrong.
Question. What did she say to him and what did he say to her?
They had Dr. Cheyenne on the display. It's supposed to be Cheyenne Bryant. So that whole setup was wrong.
Her makeup was wrong.
She don't have the right to attack that man like that because he was asking her about her perfection.
Well, we don't know. We don't know because we only seen a clip.
Mm-hmm.
So we basing our whole decision off a small portion. We didn't see the clip.
I think that's exactly what happened.
But because that question probably got through out there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, somewhere along, I'm sure that they called some out about her. That she like for her to even get to him being a gentle kind of man. Like that was kind of blow. She was kind of trying to.
She better be like you said. She better be glad he's the type of person he is, because they would have had to shut that whole interview down there with somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. But people know. I think people kind of know who they play with.
If that was somebody else, she would have got called all type of bitches.
But she kept referring back to like his wife, you know. So it's like, what man wife would allow you to talk to them like that? Feel like it's okay, you know. So it's kind of like it's just awkward, you know. Real awkward.
Yeah, bringing other people up, that is.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you talk to his wife. You ain't
that's what I'm saying. Like you said,
that was kind of all of it was kind of.
That show you why her ass single too. Like, motherfucker, ain't no man gonna deal with you talking like that.
I'm gonna be quiet on that one.
Me too. Hey, I just chuckled. Shit.
Bro, like I'm saying, I'm like, bro, if I was a dude, if I was a person interested in her talking to that man like that is a turnoff.
It would be. It would.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's a straight turn off. I'd be like, oh, I was interested, but the way she talking to that man,
the energy is uninvited.
Because if that man was to, do something else, you just gave him ammo. If he was a physical man, wanted to be physical with her, then you giving that man ammo to do something like that. So now I got to step in because I'm your man now. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to no man like that.
Causing all that trouble.
Yeah.
Courtney, get on my nerves.
But what's crazy though? But what's crazy? She don't understand that though. Miss Bryant wouldn't understand that, and then by you saying that, she'll say that's feminine energy. By you saying that, how is that a turn off for me standing up for myself? Or how is that a turn off because I basically put a man in his place?
She'll just say he can't handle the level of woman she is.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. I need a man that can handle me. I don't want to handle you.
Yeah. She just gonna say he's not man enough for her. That's what he gonna
Get her old way next hell ass up out of here.
But see, this the problem right here, and what they fail to realize is that she gonna say you ain't the type of man that can handle me, or this, that, and the third. But in all reality, what she really talking about saying you ain't the type of man that's gonna handle me, she talking about a motherfucker that's gonna give her some bread and shut the fuck up and just let her do what she do. Now, when you approach a man and you say certain things to them and they respond back, the first thing you say, are you sassy because you responding back to what I'm saying? No. At the end of the day, I have a voice, you have a voice. If you're able to voice yours, I'm able to voice mine. And if I tell you to shut the fuck up because you done said some off-the-wall shit to me, it ain't got nothing to do with being sassy. You say you want somebody to put you in your place, there you are getting put in your place right there. You can't shut the fuck up, then you need to learn to get in your goddamn place. Like, straight the fuck up.
Word up. You think nobody gonna say nothing?
Hey, that's hella funny, man. Nah, I come on, because he said what he just said. Nah, you say something, Courtney.
Oh.
I know you want to add to that.
I guess
I agree.
I guess I can drop the mic on that one.
I ain't gonna touch it. Because it's just gonna cause a long thing if I touch it. If I touch it, we gonna be going on about it for a minute.
You shouldn't touch it.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
you shouldn't touch it at all.
Yeah, I shouldn't touch it. You're right.
Because this is Cheyenne Bryant misbehaving, so it's time to punish her.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm talking just based on what Tyrone said. I ain't talking about her.
No, for real, man. It's just like if she don't listen, then shit. Hey, Juan, it's exactly what you said, bro. If you dating her and she come off like that to anybody in our surroundings,
X is by far the worst generation.
You got another one?
Yeah.
The fuck this nigga got going on? Never mind. Continue.
Hey, bro, hold your
Right, hold your thought for this old.
I'm
There you
weak.
go, bro. Like, just watch the video, bro. Damn.
Say what you got going on, why?
Right. That
Hey, I'm
nigga
just
going through some shit in Texas.
calm down, man. Calm down.
Texas got this man going through some things.
All right, I got another video though.
You gonna skip that
Hold on,
one?
man. What was that?
You ain't gonna need to play that one. No, you
Right.
just
Don't
go let
roll
them.
over that one now.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
dead.
You gonna let them do you like that? You
Man,
gonna,
listen, he didn't even see the video yet. He just
okay,
called
well,
crazy.
come on.
Now you disrespecting me,
Now,
nigga.
come on now. Okay, come on. Because I wanted to see what he had to say.
Of fucking parents ever. Like, y'all not finna tell me that Gen X is by far the worst generation of fucking parents ever. Like, y'all not finna tell me that Gen X is such great people and such great role models and such great... Y'all the reason that literally the baby boomers are doing what the fuck they're doing. Because y'all could not step up and tell y'all older siblings or your older cousins that they need to pipe down and they need to fix themselves and not holding them accountable.
I love this subject so much that I got my notes on it. So let's get into it. So really quick, let's do a recap of all of the generations because I needed it too. Don't worry. We have the baby boomers. They were born between 1946 and 1964. They were known as the silent generation because they were already experiencing hardship as far as segregation and racism. So they thought the solution to their problems was to just be quiet, keep their head down, go to work, go home, and that's it. Like, they were just really that generation that was like, okay, as long as that child is fed and somebody is watching that child, it could be a family member, a family friend, that's all I got to give. I don't got nothing else to give to that child. Then we have the generation that came after that, which is Generation X. They were born between the years of 1965 and 1980. Generation X was born when the crack epidemic was going on. So that's why when I see Generation X parents acting a fool, I automatically associate you with a crackhead. I'm like, yeah, you was on that stuff back in the day. Because there is no way that you think that the way that you acting is reasonable. After that came the millennials, which is my generation, which we up there. 1981 to 1996. And I'm calling the millennials the generational curse breakers because we were the ones that came up between the digital era. We made, that transition into learning about technology. And we value the relationships that we have with our children. Some millennials, not all, but some. And I don't have children, but if I do have children, I'm going to value the relationships that I have with them as far as their mental health and things like that. After that came Generation Z, which is 1997 to 2012. I like Gen Z. A lot of people get on here and they talk a lot of trash about Gen Z. I like Gen Z. I like that they're outspoken. They go stand up for something. At least they ain't go fall for everything. Now, since I am a millennial, both of my parents are Gen X. I understand that because my parents grew up with baby boomers, the silent generation, there is...
She went on. Well, yeah, she went on to say, like, Generation X is the most horrible generation of parents ever. Like, they always quick to want to, like, if somebody says something to them, or to really want to fight. Like, their kids say something to them, correct them or something. They want to fight, basically get physical, and they don't believe in therapy and stuff like that. So, let's see. My take on that, I don't know. Like, I say millennials is probably worse than Gen X. Because that's the generation, right? That's like my age, people my age. I say they want to be their kids' friend. They more want to be their friends. They want to be. That's why I guess when she was saying, she would be willing to basically be in tune to her kid or whatever the case may be. But I think people take that too far in the millennials. They take that too far to be like, go as they want to be their kid's friend. Or make it feel like it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's not a good thing. Like, because if you basically on the same level mentally with them, I don't see them ever you like that as a parent.
That you I'm trying to figure out how to say it. You would never be actually the same mentally with your kids. It's just not going. That's impossible. But I get what you're saying. But at the same time, I kind of understand what they mean about Generation X because they just was very. Basically, most of their kids raised themselves.
Most of their kids what?
Raised themselves. It's a lot of trauma from that generation. From the crack epidemic to the father, that's the largest fatherless generation. That's the most of those people in that generation. That's the largest fatherless home. That's the crack epidemic. That's so actually the generation after the millennial up, we actually trying to heal from Generation X. Because the boomers was two parent households. The boomers they, you know what I'm saying? They kids, it was that's the Leave It to Beaver era. You know what I'm saying? That was they was the fathers worked, the mothers stayed home. That was that generation. But then the next day kids, for some reason, I call them the messed up generation. They kids, we talk about that all the time. They kids was the ones a lot of people who in Generation X, the fathers didn't stay. Think about it. That's all most of the time, and they got a bunch of abandoned households. They got a bunch of, and when I say that, I mean several households.
Right.
They got to me, the crack epidemic took the women out. That's the same. It just, to me, that's just a real. I understand what they saying. That is, and that's why the baby boomers been in power so long, because it's not, their generation didn't work, wasn't able to pass down nothing. We still got baby boomers running the country.
Mute that shit.
We still got baby boomers running the country because because basically Generation X never stepped up.
Right. Because you said you got babies still running the country.
We have baby boomers still running this country. Our whole Congress,
right.
Still running this country. They still have the most power because Generation X was so baby fat from their parents, from the baby boomers, that they still listen to the baby boomers, and we never grew. They basically, Generation X to me never moved up into the right position. Millennials are going to end up passing them up. That's how I see. So I agree with the video, basically, because I just feel and I can see how people would think being more in tune with your kids or knowing your kids, whatever, all that, it can be detrimental, but at the same time, just to me, the millennial generation is healing. To me, I see a lot of millennials, they stand with their spouses. They trying to build two-parent households again. They actually putting their kids in things their kids are actually good in, knowing what their kids are good in. Attending parent-teacher conferences. When I was little, nobody showed up at the parent-teacher conference from Generation X.
Yeah.
So I just think that was just, to me, that we healing. And I might be just putting emphasis on the Black community, but we actually are healing from Generation X. And a lot of our trauma is coming from Generation X. That's my opinion.
Right.
I don't know. I disagree a little bit because, like I said, I came up. I saw parents at parent teachers conference all the time. I came up in a two-parent household.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, some of what she said may be cool, but a lot of it wasn't. She kind of said a lot of things about dealing with your child and everything else. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a kid, it's kind of hard to say what you need to do with your child. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't have a kid, there's really nothing you can speak on. Like she's saying, well, I would be more in tune with my child. She says that now, but
she don't know.
She don't know because she don't have a kid. And if her kid come out fucked up and she trying to figure out why, she mad that the kid is all fucked up or some shit, then she ain't really being in tune with the kid because she mad that the damn child fucked up. And I say a lot of people around my age, they got fucked up. They kids fucked up. Most definitely fucked up because they came up in that era where their parents was always whooping their ass and on their shit. So they decided, hey, I want to raise my kid different. Where I'm not gonna do this and I'm not gonna do this what my parents did, but now your kid is around this motherfucker terrorizing the world and shit. All the motherfucking the King Vons and motherfucking niggas like that, they came up with them type of parents that, hey, I don't want to raise my kid that way. Or you got all these little cats running around here now acting a fool, shooting up everybody, and you can't say nothing to them because, hey, they get emotional, especially when a man say something to them. They get really emotional. The first thing they want to say is, you ain't my daddy, but the problem, the only reason why you saying that, because you ain't got a daddy. So now you don't know how to respond when a man says something to you.
There you go. I was about to say that. I'll say that's because they used to listen to their mamas.
Yeah.
But you know what? I do kind of agree with you, Tad. Like, I come from a 2-parent home myself, and I feel like my parents are a little older, so both of them would be like more so baby boomers. So it was kind of different because I didn't grow up with like Gen X parents. But as far as being baby boomers, I did see certain things that as a millennial, I might do differently, right? For example, if there's any kind of like familiar trauma, going to get therapy, right? I feel like that generation, like they didn't do that, right? You know, or it had to be very extreme for them to go and get help or utilize those resources. So I feel like, you know, that's something where with my child, you know, I do different, right? You know, I'm currently in a reunification phase with my daughter, and we're doing so through family therapy, right? You know, so my reintroduction to her life is taking place with therapy. You have a lot of people where if it was some period where they were away from the child, whether it was jail or not incarceration at all, they're not really giving their child the necessary resources for them to not only cope with that time away, but you know, have the support to have a healthier time with merging the two.
So I have a question, Cortez. What generation are you?
I'm a millennial. Yeah.
Okay. What generation are you, Ty? I'm just asking.
What she say 80 was?
Millennial. Yeah.
Yeah, it's millennial.
Oh.
Almost everybody on here probably.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So we all fucked up then, according to her, right?
Well, no.
She said Gen
no,
X.
She said Gen X
she
is
said
fucked
Gen
up.
X was the messed up generation. She didn't say.
Oh, okay.
She said Gen X was the messed. So that's what I'm saying. Because I'm just listening to y'all, and y'all both saying that y'all was 2-parent households, but now y'all kids aren't.
Well, you know what? So I feel like with my parents, they stayed. My parents stayed, and I said like, I wouldn't just stay in no situation just so that my child can be in a 2-parent household. You know, like this ain't 1990.
Right.
Well,
no, I get that, but I just wanted to see what was the shift, because if we was talking about Gen X parents and you say your parents were baby boomers, so I was just trying to see when did the shift happen, which is what I was speaking about, the trauma. The reason why everybody want to do things differently because of how they were raised. So now everybody want to do things differently, and that's kind of what Ty was saying, which is causing people to not whoop their kids, not do this, and not because of what they went through as kids. So I'm just trying to see the shift of when the 2-parent household kind of like broke apart. That's what I was trying to
say. But like technically my son is in a 2-parent household. He has my girl, which plays a major role in his life, and he has me. So at the same time, he's still in the household with 2 parents, and she has a daughter too. So, you know, we have a combined family. So he's in the household with 2 adults, man and woman, you know, who show him what it takes, you know, what a man should do, how to love a woman, and vice versa, how a woman should love a man. Those are the things that he sees. You see what I'm saying? It don't just being in a 2-parent household doesn't mean it's, you know, your biological parent, but you have 2 parents in the house.
No, I get that. I'm just wondering when it switched. That's all.
When did it switch?
No, I was trying to do the calculation from generations when it switched. That's what I was doing in my head. That's what I was asking.
It's easy. Most of the households went to single parent households. Probably I say back in the late 50s, early 60s when they
Gen X.
When they start giving out, when they start.
I'm just proving my point. Yeah.
Yeah, when they start giving out all that government assistance and was like, hey, you can get this and that if the man ain't in the household.
But that started.
She said, hey, babe, you gotta leave. I'm getting all this. You gotta go. You can't stay here. I'm not gonna get my benefits.
But
because you know, we have this conversation a lot, and you know how I feel about that conversation.
So I can't understand about like the Gen X part, because when you think about it, like the Vietnam War was like in the mid-60s. So once the veterans came home from the war, a lot of them had PTSD.
Addiction.
They start using drugs to cope with the PTSD. So that became an issue, addiction, right? Then the crack kind of flooded the streets and stuff like that, So people was dealing with a lot, right? And they start having kids late 70s, early 80s and stuff like that into the millennials, right? So the millennials, who have parents that are a part of Gen X, I can understand how they're like kind of suffering from some of the trauma of their parents, and now they want to do a little bit different, or some of them probably doing just like their parents,
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, you said you hate the conversation.
You know how I feel about that conversation. When women get blamed for the Black community, I hate that conversation.
We not blamed. It's not. That was just. Trust me, you're not getting blamed for it.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
I didn't know I had my mic on mute.
But you gotta understand, it was more to it than just. It was more to it than just the benefits. They start closing jobs. They start closing jobs down, and you couldn't.
Man,
it was basically war on the Black community. So everybody called. That's what I'm saying. But I just heard it all the time. They offer
women are the glue of the Black community.
That's just not how it worked. They offer benefits, and Black women left their husbands or they spouses.
They are the glue.
That's not how it worked.
They are the glue, though. They are the glue, though.
I get what you're saying, but that's just not how it worked. It was
that's
a lot
why
going
they
on.
are the first ones
mass
attacked.
Incarceration at the time. It was war on the Black man itself.
But
on top of the war on the Black man,
that's why he jumped off the porch and became a drug dealer. And they locked his black ass up. And they gave y'all his food stamps. Huh?
But you gotta go. You gotta go what started. You gotta go what started that though. The whole plan was
to keep that nigga out the crib when he get out of jail.
The whole plan was
to shatter the Black family. So what they did, they closed down the jobs that they were working at, making good money at these warehouses that was around the community. They started closing that down. So what happened was, when they did that, they said, okay, now we're gonna push this. Now we're gonna push these drugs in the Black community. So now, what most people did was they couldn't. Courtney, shut the fuck up and let me talk.
I'm just saying.
So they start pushing them drugs in the community. Motherfuckers ain't got no job. So it's like, hey, I got two options. I'm gonna start using these motherfucking drugs, or I'm gonna go sell these damn drugs. So
and with the selling drugs became mass incarceration. All was a trickle of
all that happened in Gen X.
Exactly. They put the drugs in the community.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
They put the drugs in the community. So the Black
and muted his phone while he was saying it.
Hey man, we just said all this. We repeat it.
You hear me? People keep calling me, man.
You gotta say it again because you went out.
People keep calling me. So I'm saying they put the drugs in the Black community so the Black man could go outside and go provide for his family. They come lock his Black ass up. When it's time for him to get out, they provide the single moms food stamps and government assistance just to keep his Black ass out the house when he get out of jail, to turn him into a crackhead, because where else he gonna go? Couch hopping? No, he gonna go back out on the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how this shit start. That's when they put the fucking liquor stores in the community. They put the Chinese and the nail shops in the community. You know they got vouchers for nail shops?
Yeah.
It was all the setup.
It's all the setup.
It was all.
Gas is cheaper in the hood,
and that's why I think we shouldn't blame. That's why I think we should not blame, but I think we shouldn't point the finger at neither Black men or Black women. It was our government turned on us,
and they use the Black women to do it. That's why they doing this shit now. That's why they using our women to control the masculinity rate. These women is leaving our crib for other women
Oh shit!
And that shit fucking up the households because these niggas are leaving their
that
marriages.
The way these men are turning back, and we not.
Hold that
I don't
thought.
know.
Hey, that's
I
why
don't
these
know
niggas
one.
sweet as a
That's
motherfucker now.
a very touchy.
The women is doing
That's why
this
these
shit.
niggas sweet as fuck now.
The
Yeah, they
women.
accept it. They accept that shit. And you know what the fuck? Like, come on now. They're more
Who
open
accepted?
to females. Listen, the women accept all that homosexual shit, especially
Oh,
going on with
yeah.
men. Like
Oh
they,
yeah.
you
No, they
know,
really do.
and you know, and these niggas feed on to it. They call these niggas bitches and girlfriend and all this other shit.
Exactly.
Fuck you calling a man with a dick girlfriend for?
But they do that clocky.
That shit weak as a motherfucker.
Hey, DJ Sincere.
What's up?
Damn. I don't know why this shit ain't let me do it. But I'm trying to get the StreamYard on my MacBook.
Put it in the
Which
browser.
version?
Put it in the browser.
I said, which version though?
I don't have the app. I just put it in the browser.
No, just put it.
Having some
Put it in the browser. Yeah,
Well,
take that link. Take that link and put it in the browser. Do you have your contact connected to your phone? I mean, laptop, like your messages. Just copy paste.
Hey, Juan gonna edit all that out. Watch.
Mm-hmm. And since I got 4 black men on here, I'm gonna ask this question. Well, I know.
Oh shit.
Cortez back. Welcome back, Cortez.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask this question. Give me an example of
having some connection
give me
issues.
Give me an example of a strong black man.
No, give me an example of any other race community that blames the women for anything that's happening in their community.
All of them.
Outside of the black community,
we don't even want to give y'all
really
slack.
know too many.
We don't even want to give y'all leeway.
Okay, Cortez was honest.
Yeah, outside of the black community, I don't really know too many other ethnicities that blame women in their community as an issue. I feel like that's kind of really only a black thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's problems over there though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
sure
have problems.
You know, like for example, with the white community, they have an issue with drugs too. You know, like I remember like growing up in the 90s, meth was always kind of the big drug. Like fentanyl was kind of later, right? But meth was the big drug in the 90s, you know. Most of them was white, you know, so you would always see like the people in Jefferson County and, you know, Lincoln County, spots like that where there was the known meth heads, you know, but they really didn't get that same stigma as the crackheads, which was in the black neighborhoods, you know.
Like you said, that's because they was trying to destroy other black neighborhoods.
Exactly.
And what they call it, white crimes or whatever.
White power, white power.
You got another video?
But
I'm
I can't speak on that because I don't know how any other race handles.
That's why I asked that question.
In their community, so it ain't really too much I can
But we all
on
on social media. We all watching it play out.
I mean, I don't think we see they stuff though.
You see what I'm saying? You don't.
Okay.
Yeah, because my algorithm ain't what they got going on. So that's how, you know, I don't know if Taylor Swift will really, you know how they be like, oh well, yeah, I talk about Megan Thee Stallion. Why you don't talk about Taylor Swift? She got bodies too. I'm like, well, my algorithm ain't Taylor Swift. So
damn, that's deep.
And mine mostly sports. So
Mine's is Twitter porn.
I believe. This dude is stupid, man.
That's what he's looking at now.
No, I'm actually Juan. I need you to resend me that link, Sincere.
Hey, he gonna save it for later, huh?
Right. That's why he rubbing his hand. He like, ooh, I just seen this from Jada Fire. I'm gonna watch you later. Let me pause this month.
Nah, man. I watched that amateur porn. I watched that shit that I can see. I can walk in on somebody.
It's more real, huh?
This dude right here, man.
I can walk in on somebody doing a do, and I can be excited. You know what I mean? Hey, let's switch the subject. Hey, y'all seen that Diddy video leakage? How y'all feel about that? Let's talk about that.
What happened with that? What are you talking about?
Bro, you have to see it. You save it for the next the next segment.
I'm like, what the hell happened with that?
I'm gonna give you a chance to watch it and just come back next week. We can talk about it.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I ain't see it.
Oh yeah, give you time too, Antoinette.
She ain't gonna watch that.
Yes, she is. She curious.
I'm trying to get this video pull up. I'm pulling up. Crazy. Yeah, I keep talking about why I try to figure this video out. Come on.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
All the rest of them came up. Why this one won't come up?
All right, so I say next time everybody. What the fuck?
So you say what?
What was it?
Mm-hmm.
I say next week or whenever we do this again. I guess throughout the week, everybody shoot out some kind of topic, and if it's a video or something, like that we all need to see, kind of put it out there so we all can watch it. Just so when we get on here next time, we'll be able to have our talking points already on point, and with the dialogue, it'll just be going back and forth. Versus having all this little dead space where right now we got a lot of silence going on. We've been quiet for a minute and 42 seconds right now.
This nigga.
You need to look at the clock.
That's because I had this video give me a problem.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So next time we have it out. You video man, you got the thing. Make sure we got it all. We got it all set. You got the videos. We know what's gonna come up. We get talk about one video. Bye. We done with that one. Shoot right to the next one. Have the other one on load, ready to go.
Boss man.
You running a strict schedule over there.
That's what it is.
Nah, but it's just how the flow supposed to go, one. Yeah.
I get it.
Well, nah, yeah, I would have had. I had all three videos, but this last one give me a problem. We won't even load down.
And I get it. You can still go on here and edit it, whatever the case may be. But shit, let's make it. You got a lot of dialogue to edit.
Yeah. Damn it. And nobody else had no topic.
I'm trying to think something I seen.
What y'all want to talk about?
Yeah, when you was talking, I was thinking of you.
I'm trying to think of something I seen that I want to talk about.
Let's talk about this new ghetto-ass Target that they put in U City.
Yeah, I seen you talk about that.
What happened? I didn't see you post about that. What happened? What happened when you went? Because I don't know. I ain't been.
That motherfucker was like Niggaville. I said, God damn it. First off, it wasn't enough shit in there. And then you had stuff put up. I ain't never been in a Target where you had to sit there and go ask somebody to unlock some shit for you if it wasn't in electronics.
That's crazy.
Like Family Dollar.
Yeah, like, man.
Well, the one by my house, the one by my house in Christian ain't like that.
You got work.
You got blame them.
You got the workers out there and their partners coming up there. They all chilling, kicking and talking to their partners and shit. You been to the Deerberg? Yeah, I've been to the Deerbergs too.
What's this? I ain't been in there yet either. So
I mean, but no, I do got a question / topic, right? And this is probably good for Ty to kind of join in on, because he brought up a point about blended families. So question is, if you have a blended family, do you feel like it's appropriate
You
for?
went mute. I can't hear you.
I said, if you have like a blended family, do you feel like it's
Juan, what did you just
appropriate
do?
for?
You stopped everything. I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear?
He said he can't hear nothing. I think that's because Courtney left. Sometimes like when people, that's what was going through me last time. When somebody was left, it'll mess up mine. I'm like,
dang. Hold on. I'm gonna come out.
Because I can hear you, Cortez, but
I can hear y'all now.
Y'all can hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear
Tyrone? Tyrone?
Can't hear nobody.
No.
Can you hear us, Tyrone? Oh, well, he gotta come back in.
Everybody.
He said I can't hear y'all.
Tell him to click off, come back in. I think that's what he's doing.
No, because I have to get off my phone so I can get onto my MacBook. That's why I left the show.
Oh, he left and came back.
Y'all boys, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, Ty just said he can't hear.
Yeah, he just went out. He'll probably come back in.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Now I can hear you. I couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Cortez. What was the question?
Cortez.
I can't hear Antoinette.
Ah, dang. Here we go.
Right. That's crazy.
It was going smooth.
I can hear
we was rolling, man.
And I can't hear Juan.
Tell him I can hear him, so go ahead and ask. I can hear him. And then I'll click out at the end.
Go ahead and ask.
It started tripping when I probably got back into my MacBook. You heard me?
Yeah. I know I got a phone call and it kind of was tripping for me a little bit.
Yeah, it probably messed up everything too, and I was getting phone calls.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, I guess Juan can't hear me.
Tell Cortez.
Juan, you can't hear Courtney?
I can hear everybody.
Oh. Well, tell Cortez, go ahead. I can hear him. He just can't hear me. I'm going to click off.
Go ahead, Cortez.
Who can't hear who?
Shit, I can't hear none of them. I can only hear you.
Okay, so Cortez can't hear none of y'all. Only me.
So Courtney, can you hear me?
Courtney, go back.
Yeah.
Go back to your phone, man.
But I heard about it.
Oh man.
No, Courtney,
hey, this is the same thing from last week.
Mm-hmm. Tell Cortez to go out and come back. Because if everybody else can hear.
I'm trying to go back to my phone to see if that worked. I'm letting my shit charge.
Tyrone.
Now everybody muted.
I can hear him.
Damn, Tyrone said everybody muted.
Yeah, he said everybody muted. God damn.
We was rolling.
Yeah,
so you want to do because that's
we
Courtney
47
doing all
minutes
this
in though.
Stuff. But that's Courtney doing all this.
I told y'all we need a new browser.
You messed up everybody's stuff, man, because you doing extra. You done been out in
this nigga
phone calls. They want to switch
thing in the background. Now you got two
Now he got look at him, this stuff he do. Now we got two.
I want to get off this match.
Explain it. It's an echo.
Now I can't hear one.
You got two of them.
That's crazy. I can't hear nobody no more. Let me go out and come back.
Yeah, I hear.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
You hear me, Juan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Now I can hear everybody.
Cool.
I can hear everybody.
I don't think I can hear Courtney.
Hey, tell Cortez.
Yeah, I don't hear Courtney at all.
Tell him to get in and get out.
Who? Cortez?
He just did, Courtney. Courtney.
Yeah, we might well just. It's over.
He just did. He just went in and went out.
What was the question, Cortez?
Oh, so like as far as when you have,
I can't hear him.
When you have like blended families and stuff like that,
he said he can't hear you.
Do you feel like it's okay?
Let me try to leave and come back.
That other parent to have the child calling the other person dad.
He talking. I can't hear him.
He can't hear you, cuz.
Did you hear?
Nah, he can't hear you. So all of them just went out. You hear me? Damn.
Everybody left.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Cortez said he can't hear nobody. Tyrone. Tyrone. That he can't hear me. I hate this. This is kind of crazy. 50-something minutes we roll. 40-something minutes we roll.
You gotta get a new browser in the app.
I ain't see nothing that was saying anything. Everybody can hear each other when it's rolling. I'm kind of curious of why I do that.
All right, now this shit here.
I can hear Tyrone. Can you hear me, Tyrone?
I can hear Tyrone. I can hear Courtney. I can hear you, Juan. Can y'all hear me?
Tyrone can't hear me.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can. He put his thumb.
Oh, okay. I can't see that ashy ass thumb, boy. I don't know if you got your thumb on your face or you got that bitch in your mouth.
You can see that.
Tyrone still suck on his thumb, everybody.
Fuck you. That's why you ain't got no top hurt, nigga. You and your motherfucking man thumb.
That's why you part of a secret society.
Ain't no secret when you bald, nigga. We all shit.
That nigga say, hey, you might as well cut it off, Courtney. Come on home.
Man.
Nigga, what? Y'all niggas acting like my shit. Bald head, nigga.
It is, nigga. What the fuck?
It's perfectly cut.
Hey, this nigga got a patch. He got one patch of dreads in his motherfucking head, nigga. Cut that shit off. This nigga holding on to
forehead like right here, not right here. Your forehead.
Nah, that ain't
right here, bro.
What? That nigga shit said you'll never find blum 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 a hairline like mine.
Oh shit!
And I wanted to know what Cortez wanted to ask.
Yeah, he had a question about blended family.
I know. I wanted to know too.
I just
I'm about to blend Juan and Tyrone milk dud head asses real fast. If the Cortez get on this here live stream, Mr. Knock Knees. And if you get your patch head ass, boy, my hair wasn't falling out at all. My hairline didn't receive at a very young age.
Courtney, take that man piece out the back of your damn head, man. You know you bald for real. This nigga take that motherfucker off at night, sit on the dresser, put that bitch on.
You want me to donate some, brother?
That boy gonna Stevie Wonder them dreads.
You damn right I will.
That boy
that nigga gonna have two dreads in the middle, only around him.
That nigga got that Chico Bean hair, boy.
No, sir.
That nigga got that Chico Bean. That nigga got that Chico Bean, baby.
Boy, if you don't get your Isaac Hayes looking ass on, boy.
Hey, I ain't perpetrating with that ducktail. That boy Courtney got that ducktails. Woo! Oh man.
What Cortez at, man?
I don't know. I told him log back in. He had a question for Tyrone.
Tyrone, I got a question for you.
I ain't got an answer for you, Courtney. Cause I know you on some bullshit.
Right, I already know you gonna say some bullshit.
Nah, but what were you talking about?
What you looking at on TV, Internet? You over there playing Madden or some shit, or you watching something on TV?
Martin, I ain't watching nothing because the volume down. I just keep looking at it.
She watching the game.
Between that and my phone.
She talking about the show, the game.
Somebody phone going off in there.
That's my MacBook. Wine texting folks.
No.
Yeah, I told him to join that game. Okay, there you go. Let's see.
All right, you better come on. I got 5 minutes left in me.
Yeah, I heard me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead.
All right, cool. So what I was saying is, as far as it relates to like blended families and things like that, do you all feel that it is appropriate for the child of one parent to start calling that other person's partner like dad and stuff like that?
I mean, it depends. It depends on the relationship you have with the kid, and that's one of those. If they don't have a parent around like that, and that's how they look at you, I mean, hey, you call me dad, you call me dad. Either you gonna call me by my name, Mr. Baker or Ty, or whatever you gonna call me. I don't have a problem with it.
Do you feel like it's wrong in instances where the other person is being withheld from having their relationship with their child? So now it's kind of like that person might expect for you, especially if you've been there a certain amount of time, to play some kind of role, but do you feel like it's right for that child to call you dad or not call you dad, especially if and when it's a situation where that other parent has not had the opportunity for whatever reason to be there?
But when you say hasn't had the opportunity, everybody has an opportunity to be there until they don't have an opportunity. You see what I'm saying? So,
That's
or you.
subjective. That's subjective.
All right, but like I said, it's me personally. On my end, if my son say I'm finna call this nigga dad, I'm gonna say first off, I'm gonna tell my son you have a father that's in your life, 100%. So you really don't need to go back and call another person dad. Like you just don't. Now if he didn't have a father in his life, then and somebody and this man done stepped up and he's taking on that role and he's doing X, Y, Z. You living in his house, he's providing for you, he's doing all the dad things. The only thing he doesn't have is you don't have his last name and you're not blood. Everything else, all other boxes are checked. Hell yeah, that's your dad. Like it is.
So would it be an issue if your son decided to call somebody else dad, even though he has a dad, and even though he called you dad, but it would be an issue if the person was still doing all those same things you just named, besides blood and last name, just over with his mother? Would it be an issue for you, or would you more so let your child do what makes them happy, or whatever? Like, would it be an issue? Like, would you tell your child not to do? Like if you hear him saying it, would you be like, "Don't do that. You can't call him that." Like, would it be an issue, or would you just like let it flow? Because children are innocent, so just let it flow.
Well, see, I can only give you my hypothesis on that because my son is, exact. He's with, so he don't really experience. He hasn't experienced nothing like that.
Okay.
You see, so me personally, I would say I'm gonna be gun ho on it because I know the type of person I am. I'm just gonna be like, yo, you got a father right here. You got your stepdad or whoever he is, whoever this guy is in your life. But at the end of the day, he has to know the difference. Like, okay, this is my father, and then this is my stepdad or whatever the case may be. Now, if we're both playing that same role, and we both going to all these events, and we, at the end of the day, nigga, you got two daddies.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Okay, because I think the thing that I'm leaning towards with Cortez is to me, it's a healthy version of that and it's an unhealthy version of that. So I don't think that it's a total answer. I think that a healthy version is like if you've been in a child life since they was 1 year old and the child just came up calling both parents. And the thing I think too, another thing is that if the parents get along. So if the child just ended up calling, because both parents have moved on. You get what I'm saying? So both parents have moved on or in other stable relationships. Then the kid grow up with two. They, of course, as they get older, they gonna know who they biological are. It just that to me, that's a natural. It's gonna come, But I'm just saying that I think that it's a healthy way to do it, and then if the mother is forcing it or like you said, if the other parent is blocked from it, so the mother's telling him like, this your father, knowing that's not his father. Exactly. Something like that. That's an unhealthy version. And but I think the healthy version is for an innocent child to be able to see a person in that role and just automatically, because to me it's innocent. If a child starts seeing a woman and just starts saying mama, mama, to me, to just be like, I'm not your mama, like, like, to me that's kind of weird. But I get that, like, as the child get older, they gonna know, like, this my mama or my daddy, you know what I'm saying, this my daddy wife mama and this my mama. But I don't think why it should be an issue to call both parents if that's how you feel about both people. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? If you love both people and both people love you, I don't see why it has to be so technical on who you call.
Well, so this is my thing. As I was saying about, like, me personally, I'm currently going like through a reunification with my child. It's been like almost 5 years since I, haven't seen my child, right? In addition to that, there was some legalities that prevented me from, having that contact with my child and her mother and stuff like that. But even once that had expired, um, I was reaching out and she still was not willing to have contact, which I kind of had to take her to court, right? So now that we're in family court, certain things are being mandated, right? And through that mandation process, there's the reunification, right? So with the reunification, I kind of have to make certain discoveries about, my other dad, and the biological father in me wanted to correct that, but I understand, like, with me just getting back into her life, and reuniting with her, my job right now is not to correct, is to, be loving, present like a peaceful and stable environment, and just be able to listen to her. However, at the end of the day, like, I know she only has one father, but I also feel like sometimes when people didn't really have their father in their life, they don't care about certain things, right? When they seen like their mom kind of go from man to man, they probably, had several people that they met, right? So everybody may look at things a little differently, right? But for me, I feel like you shouldn't take someone away from their father and then start having them call some other man dad, even if they've been around them for 5 years or whatever, like, that's not fair to that other man.
But I think that's y'all go ahead, cool.
In your situation,
unique situation.
In your situation, at this point, you have to let your child come around, and when they do come around and they decide, okay, hey, they fully understand, like, okay, this is my biological father right here, and this other guy, like I said, that's in her eyes. You got a son, or you have a daughter, right?
A daughter, yeah.
In your daughter's eyes, that's her dad.
Yeah.
That's her dad, because that's who she's been around. She knows she has you as a father, but she knows she has him. She has him too. And like you said, you two are kind of just, or really now reuniting and getting everything going again. So like I said, you got to let that relationship build up. Because me personally, as a coach, I have young men that have fathers, but they call me pops. Right. You see what I'm saying? And it's more so on the term of he's absent, and I'm the strongest man that they see.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, it's one of those where they build their relationship with me, and I give them that support because I know they don't have no father around. So at the end of the day, somebody got to get them their love. And the problem with our young black men is that they don't have other men around them that will give them that type of love and will show them what it takes to be a man. So that's why I don't have a problem stepping into that role as a coach, and I don't have a problem with them calling me pops. And they parents, they mom even know that they call me pops. Hell, they daddy even know. They be like, he call you pops. It's not a big deal because they know who their real father is, and then they know who I am.
But it's a difference when a mother is kind of withholding that relationship, but kind of all but replacing that with something else, someone else,
right. And that's why
the child has to say, you my daddy. Like, that's, to me, that's bullshit.
And that's why I said you gotta let the child come around, because Kids see things, you know, and they might not see it right away. And I had to learn this. I had to learn this the hard way. And my girl always told me, she was like, you know, when they're younger, you know, they see things one way, you know, but as they get older, you know, their brains start processing things. They start understanding how life works. You know, you're gonna see. They will see things. They will see it a whole different. They will see it a whole different way. That's, you know, like you might get a kid. Say, you can get a kid that they might not be around that parent a lot, but that parent can't do no wrong in their eyes.
Right.
You know, that parent is the best parent in the world to them. You know, they will sit there and they will understand anything that the parent says to them. You know, if they have, you know, if they'll be more reasonable with that parent than they will be with you. So, you know, and those are things that, you know, you just have to understand, because there's a lot of kids that do that. There's some kids that don't do that. But like I said, you got some that, hey, if dad ain't around all the time, you know, but dad is the best dad in the world, because soon as they see you, you know, they eyes light up. And it's more so on a term of, I want this and I need this, so I'm not gonna do anything to mess it up when I get it. So whether it's for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, or even a couple of hours, I'm gonna be the most understanding child I can be to this parent right here. Why? Because at the end of the day, when they leave, I don't know when they're coming back, and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna want for them more and more until I see them again. So, like I said, which in your situation, you just have to let your daughter come along, and you know, I wouldn't even worry about her calling him dad. The thing is this: your main objective right now is to build that relationship with her. You know, you got time that you've missed out on. You know, that's one thing you can't get back is the time, but you can add to that though. You see what I'm saying?
True.
So, like I said, focus on that. Focus on the positive side of that. Hey, you get to be around your daughter now, you know, and you get to build that relationship with her. And you never know, in a couple of years, it's gonna get bigger, because it's things that you want to know about her, things that she needs to know about you. And the moment y'all learn each other, the better off y'all gonna be.
Yeah, that's real.
That's what I would say. Just focus on being the best dad you could be.
Okay.
And when time, the love will be there, your actions will be there. It'll grow. The disconnection will grow back. It'll connect back. That's what I would say. Don't worry about what they got going on over there at all. Yeah. Just focus on being the best dad you could be when she in your presence.
Okay.
That's all I would say.
All right. That's a wrap for the night.
All right.
Misunderstood conversations.
Hey, you need to get my number from Juan or whatever. You need to rap, just hit me up, bro. Anytime.
Right on. Good looking
out. No doubt.
All right.
All right. This was Misunderstood Conversations. We're going to catch y'all again next Sunday, 8 p.m. We're going to be on point. Y'all going to be on point. We'll holler at y'all later. We out.
All right. Y'all have a good night. All right.
Peace.